Hey, Wanda. Oh, you're muted. I'll just unmute you. There you go.
Oh, okay. How are you?
Very, very tired.
Oh, listen, I can so hear you. I've been struggling with that myself too. The motivation is there. I just can't get my ass off the couch, even though I'm not on the couch, you know what I mean? And I do everything to avoid. I think, well, if I can't do this and my brain's not there, maybe if I try doing something else.
Yeah.
But I understand. But one of my friends who lives in Glastonbury, and she's like an earth energy person, and she's been sharing a lot on her Facebook page about the incoming solar waves that
Oh,
are
yeah.
affecting our energetic levels.
Yeah.
I believe in that. I
Yeah.
think that what happens to the sun and to the greater cosmos affects planet Earth and will affect us. And I
Totally.
think we've been really in a space of like forcing for us to shift, even when we reach our thresholds of I can't
Yeah.
or
A lot of stuff goes on cosmically that we don't understand. I know what mine is because I've been on this detox now for over a week. Yesterday, I drank the purgation medicine, and for the last 22 hours, I've been on the toilet, just everything coming out of me. It's been fucking full on. So I haven't eaten since breakfast yesterday. And yeah, shut up, David. I got laughed at me. You're drinking a VB at 10 a.m. and I'm fucking just want to have something to eat.
I'm on vacation.
That's a threshold.
Purgation sounds terrible, eh?
No, it doesn't. How long do you want it for?
Well, the purgation was yesterday, and then the next 3 days I'm slowly reintroducing food, which is just like white rice, boiled white rice. Everyone's coming in today. This is awesome. Hey guys. Hey Jen.
There must be a shift.
Yeah, potentially. It's good. But yeah, so the next 3 days I'll start introducing just boiled rice. The whole idea is to restart the digestive system.
Yes.
So I did all of these treatments, and I was taking this medicated ghee and all these herbs that suck all of the toxins into the digestive tract. And then yesterday was about getting them all out, but it's still going. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, literally. And then the next few days, I slowly start to rebuild the digestive tract. So I'm just rooted. These guys missed it, but I haven't eaten since yesterday morning, and it's just been me in the toilet, best friends. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about it. I really believe in it, and it's good time. Spring now, coming into spring. This is the time. Spring cleaning. I'm spring cleaning my body, so it's good. It's just heavy. It's just you don't expect it to be easy, but yeah, I'll get through. I'm all good.
What's coming up emotionally? Is it old shit that's coming up emotionally?
Emotionally, it's actually been really good. I've been quite enjoying the process. Like, it's just very reflective and introspective because you're tired, I've been tired for, the whole time. But, emotionally it feels good. Just physically very, drained. It's got no energy. But that's part of the deal. They said, traditionally they'd do 21 days, but you'd be in a center and you'd do nothing for 21 days. But this is a modified version for, the Western people, 15 days. But they say, try and take it easy. We understand you got to work, but take it easy. Now I understand why. I've rescheduled 3 meetings today already. I'm like, this 6:30 this morning, sitting by the fireplace, just like, I need to reschedule. So I've cleared my plate for most of the day. I've got you guys now, and then I've got one meeting this Saturday, which is a group meeting. But otherwise, I'm just going to rest, sit on the back deck in the sun, and just chill out. That'll be me.
Yeah, I was going to say, sit on the toilet for a minute.
Yeah, well, I've done enough of that in the last 22 hours. So we'll see how we go.
Could you pop the link in the comments? Pop the link for us, how we can access that, because I feel I've been really in resistance to doing a water fast, and I was going to go, look, I can do 1 day. But
it's called Panchakarma. There it is there.
Oh, I think you mentioned that. Did I hear that before?
Yeah, I made a little video about it. Hey, Kel.
Hi, I fast all the time. I did 60 hours a few weeks ago.
Yeah, this is different to fasting. What
is it?
Part of it, but I've taken all the herbs to suck all the toxins into the digestion.
Yeah.
And Like it's just, you know, water out the back end effectively, plus everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, it's full on. But enough about that. I'm here to serve you guys. So how can I help? Fire away if anyone's got something, you know, especially those guys that don't often come on, get the chance. If you've got something really pertinent that you want to focus on, let's do that. But I'm obviously here to serve everyone. So how's it all?
I didn't push up.
Sorry, Jen, you wanna go?
I could do it.
Oh, yeah? I'll just mute you, Kel. If you want to come off mute, just unmute. You just got the kids behind you or something. Yeah, sweet. Cool.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
I have to say, I watched the replay from the day before yesterday, and wow, there was so much. That was on Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Wow, there was so much great information in that. I really enjoyed that. I got a lot out of it. So, yeah.
Is that the one with
guys.
Jason?
Yeah. Was Jason in it?
Or was I hosting or Jason? Facebook's one or with me?
No, with you.
Oh, okay.
You, the evening one.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, yeah. That was the one a couple of days ago. Cool. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'd come off night shift. I'm just off night shift, so I'm a bit night shift fogged.
Yeah.
I tried to get the replay for Jason's, and it just hadn't seemed to come up. I don't know if anyone else had that problem, but I'll go back in and have a look.
I'll have to have a check, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I popped it in there, but...
I think you did, but it said something about an error. Maybe it was an error on my side. I don't know.
I'll log into it now, make sure it's there. But no, I'm really glad that you're catching the replays too. There's definitely a lot of, you know, gold nuggets. And this is the thing about it, guys. Oh, no, an error. Okay, I'll have to fix that. I'll get on to Jason. Thank you for letting me know. I'll get that sorted.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely... I love doing these because I get to learn so much about you guys and how I can make this better for everyone. So anything that you do find, like little errors there, or, you know, Kelly's having some issues with the emails, which I apologize for. It's worked fine for me and, you know, a heap of others, but they can grab things sometimes, you know. And
one thing I do notice about coming onto these calls, sometimes I come on feeling, well, I don't really have anything specific. I mean, I do have one or two questions, but then when I actually get on to these calls, the amount of energy that I feel and then what I gain from it and what I actually end up contributing is something that I wasn't even expecting to come. And that is a really important thing to remember before you get on the call thinking, oh, no, I don't really have anything to ask. But when you actually get on the call, it's about the energy that it brings as well.
Yeah, totally. It's the power of the mastermind. So in Think and Grow Rich, which is back there somewhere, he talks very much about the power of the mastermind. And when you come together with like-minded people who have the same goal, there's not like, you know, 2 people makes 5, you know, the energy of 5, you know, 8 people, how many we got on here, makes, whatever it is, makes, you know, 20, you know, so it's the power of the mastermind. It's exponential. So definitely these are really important times, really important times. So how you going, Anita? Good to see you. And Mika, good to see you too. We don't always get you, which is great. So guys, fire away. How are you guys doing? How's everything going? If anyone stuck on anything, anyone need help with something, marketing stuff, tech stuff, anything whatsoever, sales stuff, Wanda's got a hand up. How can we support?
Okay, so I'm in the AI, as you know, and I'm up to the getting everything ready for the webinar.
Okay.
Slotting that in. I've got to record it yet.
Great.
But I had a question come up in the sales, but it had to do with the actual connection in the funnel. So do we, you know how usually in the AI we grab a lead organically, and then I usually send them the link to sign up to the AI platform for 14 days.
Yep.
With the call, after the call,
the
person, do we send them then the link to sign up for 14 days on the AI platform?
No, that's a great question, actually. And I will record a training and put it inside the group, actually, is probably a good place to have it. And the reason is, you know, not everyone's doing AI, right? So I don't want like necessarily specific AI, but what I'll do, and actually I was thinking about you guys, I've got another little bonus gift for you guys too that I just found again a couple of days ago. I've got an epic, and I'll get back to that question, but I've got an epic testimonial montage that I paid like $400 for an editor to create. And I had it at the end of my thank you page. So after, you know, the thank you video, which is, you know, the few slides, then it's like this 2 or 3 minute montage. And I was showing a guy the other day, the whole funnel, and it was playing and I was like, oh, I forgot that was in there. So I'll actually give you guys access to that for free. Like just take it, fucking use it. It's amazing. Like it's full lifestyle stuff. I'll find the link and I'll post it after this. But I'll add that into a unit inside the Facebook group, and I'll do a recording. It's probably going to be next week of exactly how to do the call where you're selling AI on the phone. You guys, and actually, if you go and listen to my recordings inside the sales training, did anyone get to that part yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. Cool.
I did. Yeah. I listened to all of them and I actually wrote almost word for word down what you said to some of the girls.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you know, that's what pretty much all my beta testers, they said the same thing. It's just like, we just listened to your calls and just said exactly what you said. It's like, it works, right? It really works.
Yeah, but I definitely want what you just said to Wanda. I definitely need to know what links to send and what. So if you can do that video, that'd be great.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, just so that you know now, and again, those calls you'll actually do it live, although it's a recording, but I'll do it live with somebody. Is you open the AI checkout page, you know, which is a link in your back office under links. You know, the link that you want to send to someone. Yeah. Yeah. You open that in a browser. And either, you know, same browser or an incognito window, because if you open it where you're logged into AI, it just redirects to the dashboard. You'll figure that out. Anyway, open it, and then you walk through taking their information over the phone.
Oh, right. Like I would do a doTERRA consultation. You take the information, like you enroll them right there and then on the phone.
You take the credit card on the phone, you plug it all in.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, same
awesome.
as doTERRA. Yeah. Because the whole focus of the sale is to close the sale.
Yes.
When they're ready to go. It's like strike when the iron's hot, old branding thing, right? Like you've got to be there and get them to commit now. Now that's not to, you know, manipulate them into the sale. That's because they've made the decision to change their life, to actually take that step. But the doubting mind, as soon as they get off the phone, you say, I'll send you the link. Cool, good luck. And it's happened to me a million times, guys. I'll send you the link. And they're like, oh, cool, that's amazing. Cool, $99. And then they're like, I wonder how much money I've got in the bank. Oh, I really wanted to buy that nice dress. You know, all of this stuff. Oh, I don't know, it sounds good, but I don't know. I've got to talk to the husband tomorrow. You know, and then the energy goes down and then they don't take action. So what you want to do is on the phone, say, okay, cool, ready to rock and roll. Grab your card. I'll just confirm some details. Cool. Card number is da-da-da-da-da. Again, in those recordings, you'll hear me do it live. So definitely, and they're only like 20, 30-minute recordings. So it's not a lot, unless you listen to all 9 or 10 of them, Kel. Then there's a lot. But yeah, and then you just literally go through where it's the little tick box. You read what it says. You just say, I need a yes or no. You would have heard me say that. I need a yes or no to this question. And then I just read it, boom. And then tick it, and then process. And then when it goes to the success page, then I just tell them the final lines of it. And again, go and have a listen to the recordings. The best thing you could do is go and listen to live sales calls. Because it's one thing to follow a script, and the script is there. That's why it's designed that you can print it out and have it with you. But when you listen to someone, in this case, me, actually closing the sale, handling objections, asking questions, asking deeper questions, actually live, that's why I put them in there, it'll click. You know, you'll be like, you know, there might be a couple there that, you know, oh, how did he do that? Or what happened there? That one really worked. I don't know why. And you might want to listen to it again, take some notes like Kel. And as you start to do it yourself, it'll just like lock into place for you. You're not reading a script anymore. You're just like
Being present.
Parroting me for a
Yeah.
moment there until it's just
Yeah,
flows in your own language and lingo. And
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
That's how you do it. That's all right.
Thank you, Scotty. With the new AI, as soon as they sign up, then and they go into the discovery process, then and I'm sorry to keep everybody away, but I just need to be clear about this part, because I've got my own issues about the person who comes on board first and goes, "Hi, welcome to AI. You know, enjoy this. Where are you at?" And then they have the product specialist.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been losing my leads.
A lot of people.
And I don't know how to deal with that. You know, people who are coming right on, they're doing the discovery process. I've been sort of in the background. How you going? Can I help you with anything? You got any questions? Yeah. And then as soon as I find out when the organised call is with the product specialist, that at that point, and after that conversation, I've lost them.
Yeah. All right. So there's a couple of things there. GAS. Everyone was pretty much in GAS back in the day, right? GAS pre 2019, because December 2019, they hit some compliance bumps and they had to make some changes internally, including having multiple offers. Can't call it coaches anymore. There's a few changes there. But GAS last year and the year before was just the most epic sales funnel for going from a $99 sale to an upsell to a NADGIC. And I joined this. GAS, I'm getting confused with the names now. I joined GAS because of that sales funnel. And I know sales funnels, right? I've been around a long time. And I saw that sales funnel and I literally messaged Christy, an old friend from years ago. I messaged Christy like 3 times during the sales funnel, the discovery process. And I was like, is this all fucking real? This is epic. I've never seen anything this good before. And it was amazing. They'd get onto the coaching call, what it was back then, and they would close the Enagic sale for you. But AI is different. So AI under the leadership of Cameron.
Can I interrupt?
Yep.
Can someone put their mute? Is it Kelly that's so noisy? I can hardly hear. Oh, yeah. That's better. Thank you.
If you got anything going on in the background, guys, just mute. Thank you, Jen. So AI now is a bit different, because back when it was GAS, it was all about a NADGIC. The money was in a NADGIC. They didn't have anything on the inside that they were selling other than a NADGIC. The only other thing they had was an event, I think it was once a quarter or once every 6 months, but it was never a push. It was just, hey, if you want to come to this event, come. Very different now. When you go into, and I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people about this. Oh, lost someone. When you go into, was that Wanda? Oh, she's dropped out. Oh, well, I have to keep rolling. She'll catch it. Unless she comes back in just a second. But I'll repeat it if she comes back. When you go into AI now, that call, guys, they're trained to sell level 2. Have you worked that out yet? So they're selling the Enagic product for you, but they're also selling level 2, which is great. You get 30% commission, but we're talking about a trifecta for 10 grand. And then another, I think it's up to 3.5 now US. You're selling 2 things. It's like, hey, do you want to buy this? And you're going to need this. And it's like, whoa, fuck, just the mind can't handle it. I think she's back. Any time that you're in sales, you sell one thing. And then if you need to, you drop sell to another thing. With the Enagic, you'd come in and you'd sell the fast track. Right? Everyone's heard of that. Fast track. So you got the quad, you got the tri. I don't think they're pushing quads anymore, which is a bloody good thing in my opinion. But I always just sold a tri. I never sold a quad. I sell a tri. If they can't do a tri, I drop it down. Right? And that's called a drop sell. Okay, you can't afford that. No problems. If you could, you get started. Absolutely. All right, cool. Let's find a way that works for you. I'm willing to work with you if you're keen. Let's find a way. So what if we did this? Right? What if we just went 2 products? Oh, I can't do that. Okay, what if we went to 1 product, or, we don't usually do it, but we've got an e-payment. And then the focus was on a NADGIC. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now the focus is on, try, great, 10 grand. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, cool. And you're also going to need this level 2 thing, which is like another 5 grand Aussie, to get started. So what I would recommend, and if Wanda comes back, she'll actually catch this, but what I would recommend is you got 2 options here. One, and that's only if you're finding that there is a drop in conversions. Maybe there isn't a drop in conversions for you. maybe based on the relationship that you've created on the phone, that is fine. But you could do one or two things. You could book in a call where you're getting on the phone with them before they do their product specialist call. Okay. Now, I'm sure there's a few people out there that would shoot me for saying that. But the reason you do that is, who has the relationship? You do. They came through you. They're here because of you. They said yes because of you. And so if you're worried about that, Wanda's back. You made it. Yeah.
Sorry, I lost connection.
Noticed. Yeah, you came back and you dropped off again. Anyway, you missed a little bit, but I'm just giving you the...
It doesn't matter. I'll watch the replay. It's okay.
So the option there of, you know, what I would always do, I pretty much did all of my coaching calls. I would say, okay, how long is it going to take you to do the 3.5 hours? And they say, oh, I'll punch that out in the next, you know, over the weekend, or I'll do that over the next 3 nights or something. Oh, I got that on. I'll probably have it done by Friday. I'm like, great. So let's book a call for you and I to reconnect after you've gone through the discovery process and you've checked out the offers section. And if you guys haven't been up to the sales training yet, again, I talk about, and I think I've mentioned it here before, but seeding a magic, talking about a magic after you've closed the $99 sale, so that they know when they get to the offers section that that is in there. Then you say, okay, so how long is it going to take? Oh, yeah, I'll have it over the weekend. Okay, cool. Well, how about Monday? What about around the same time or whatever you decide? We get back on another call, and on that call, I'll just support you with any questions you have, and we'll look at getting you started. Does that sound good? Okay, yeah, perfect, sweet. So 5 o'clock Monday sounds good, cool. Now, when you go to book your product specialist call, make it for Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever after that, so that you and I can connect first, and then you can have that conversation after. Because it sounds like from compliance, they have to have that call, which is great, no problems. Yeah. But then you get on the phone with them first. If you want to do this, you don't have to do this, it's just one option. You get on the phone with them first, hello Kitty, and you say, cool, how did you go with discovery, blah, 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 and then you are selling a magic effectively. Because they've already watched the video, they know what it's all about. Then you're just looking at some options. Now that's way out of your comfort zone right now. Grow a comfort zone, grow your comfort zone, or don't do that section. That's fine. You don't have to. That's part of the AI. But for me, I want conversions.
Yeah, exactly.
I want money. That's why I do this, right? Like I need to feed my family. And if they're getting all through me doing all the hard yards, and then they get the product specialist call and they're just a little overwhelmed and they drop out, that's a problem for me in my business. You guys are the same.
Absolutely.
Big problem. Yeah. So you can jump on that phone, learn everything you can about a magic. And effectively, if you go and watch that really great video with Balazs and Dr. Michael Stevenson, is it?
Donaldson,
Stevenson, in the GPM Elixir of Life group. Does anyone have?
Yeah.
Does anyone not know what I'm talking about? Everyone knows? Yeah. If you haven't, reach out to someone in the group and they can connect you in. There's the pinned video there with Michael and Balazs. Is epic when it comes to learning about the products. I would then also suggest that you go and get into YouTube and do some binge watching about the products. The money is in a magic if you are an AI. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people in this business have no idea about how to sell a magic, which is great because you're all about the automated beach lifestyle. I'm going to sit on my laptop and fucking click a couple of buttons. Come on, let's be realistic here. You got to do some work for it. Learn everything you can about a magic. Watch that video, do some YouTube binging, and learn about that product. Then when you get them on, they say, when can you do it? Oh, yeah, I'll have it done by Monday. Okay, cool, let's book a call. You're on there. How did you go? Great. And then, boom, you can walk through any questions, da-da-da. Okay, cool, let's look at some payment options. You've got all of that stuff provided by a magic, right? And then you can work through with them. And if you want, you can even say, cool, no worries. You got your product specialist call. They're going to help you with your paperwork, but I'm just going to let them know in a 3-way chat. So you link them on Messenger, make a 3-way chat on Messenger with the product specialist. Always a good thing to do because then you can help follow up. And then you can say, hey, I had a great conversation with Mary. Mary's super keen to get started on the trifecta. And maybe you want to private message the product specialist first and sort of let them know I've already had a convo. But then in the group chat, you just say, yeah, Mary's super excited. We're going to be working really closely together. I'm just going to get it on the try. We'll get the call tomorrow. Can you help me with the paperwork and getting started? You could leave that, or you could own the whole process, but it's more work. There's leveling degrees here that you could own, right? That is what I would recommend, but I like being on the phone with people. I think it's a really great thing. And if you can learn to like it too, there's a big opportunity that you can do really well financially in your business, because you have that confidence to be able to jump on a phone at any time and make a sale. So that's one way. The other way, is everyone cool with that? Any questions on that one?
No, one more question.
Yeah, about that specific thing, or I'm going to explain part two. Yep.
Yeah. So what I was finding was, in the old GAS system, you knew who the coach was, who's going to do the conversion.
Yeah.
And I could communicate with that coach.
Still do now. In the back office of AI, I can't remember what it's under, affiliate sales, I think it shows up, or there's a section in Affiliate Center where you can see what they've done, have they booked their advisor call? Yes, this time, this person. And then after that, it will show you, have they booked their product specialist call? Yes, this time with this person. So you can then reach out. And if you don't know who the advisors are, you can go into either Freedom Collective, because usually they're Aussies when you use the Aussie link, right? And just go to search in the group, Freedom Collective group, and search the name, and you'll find them on Facebook.
Okay.
And then add them as a friend and message them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's one way, and that's the way that I'd recommend if you're having a concern about your conversions. The other way is on the call itself, you could say to them, hey, go and check out a Nagic and da-da-da-da-da. You know, the offer is a Nagic. And when you listen to my sales recordings, guys, it'll make more sense, because I do it. You know, you can hear it, but you say, so, hey, congratulations, you're in Affiliate Institute. Next step is check your email, 3.5-hour discovery, then it'll open onto the offers section. You'll see the offers there. One I recommend is a Nagic, and this is why, they'll work closely together, all of that. And by the way, when you get onto your product specialist call, they may offer you other things like upgraded training processes, or like upgraded trainings, which are an extra cost. Right now, you don't need to worry about that. Let's just get you started with the offer that you're going to promote. And I, as the authority, as the person, the alpha here that's helping you because you trusted me, I'll work closely with you to teach you a lot of that stuff and get you up and running anyway. And then later we can look at those things if you need it. But right now, I'd say focus on the offer that we're going to promote, because that's where the money's at. And then we'll work closely enough to get started. Right? So obviously that's taking money away from AI, which is why they probably wouldn't like me saying that. But they're going to lose someone because they're double selling on one call, which is just mental in my opinion. They're going to lose someone, which is going to lose their $99 and a potential upgrade to level 2 later. Right? So in my mind, what's the best thing? Get him into a Nagic for AI. If I was thinking about Cameron, get him into a Nagic, get him paying 99, start getting some momentum, and then they can go into level 2 when they're ready. Right? That's what I would think, but they've got this idea where I've heard some people complaining that their leads have opted to take level 2 over a Nagic because they could only afford one thing. Right? Because the product specialist get a commission on that as well. Right? And commission salespeople, they'll usually take the commission.
And that's exactly where I've been losing my clients with that double offer. And they got so confused, they went,
choice breeds confusion. That's the number one thing that I learned when I was 19 years old and selling back in the day. Choice breeds confusion. Absolutely. Get it down to one thing, sell the one thing, drop sell if you need to, but it's the same thing, right? They can always go and get the money for you guys is not a one-time sell with a 30% commission. You get that, right? Like if they spend $300, that's awesome. That's great. You get a cart, no problems, everyone's happy. But the real money is in finding those epic humans out there that want to grow their business.
Exactly.
Getting into a Nagic in your downline, supporting that shit out of them to do the same thing. And then that builds. Not everyone's going to be a winner. I think we've all realized that now. But with the right system, they can be, and the right mindset is really what it comes down to. But that's where your business grows. Not in selling a one-off where they take 60% and you take 30%. That transaction's done. The money comes when you're at 4A and you bring someone in and then you're making 4 points of commission while they build their business, right? And then they bring on someone who brings on someone who you get another 4 points for. And then they bring on someone who you might get 3 points for, but it's 3 levels removed. That's where the money's at. That's where you got to focus. So whatever you need to do to get that conversion to a Nagic, And if it means stepping up and growing that you can get on the phone, even if that phone call is not going into the full sell, but it's at least being that extra touch point for them. And you've got time on your hands right now. Invest that time.
Yes.
Get on the phone, have another conversation. Again, if you're worried that the conversions are dropping, if not, test it. Just let it go. Cool, good luck, boom. You know, see you on the product specialist call and we'll connect after that. Connect on Messenger, and a couple of messages. You're done, but try it. Business is a machine. It's just a machine that you're tweaking, right? And you just got to tweak every little bit so you can make the machine work the best possible way. And that may be a point that you get stuck on.
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Can I ask something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I listen to your calls, and like on your calls, you tell the people that, you know, you've got this sales funnel and you're going to show them how to get it started, simple, blah, blah, and connect it, you know, with ads or whatever. Can we say that or not? Because we're not teaching them the funnel. That's what I'm a bit lost with, because I liked that part.
Yeah. Well, that part was when I was developing, you know, this funnel and this system. But yeah, I mean, plugging, so I don't remember the exact wording I said, but you will be giving them a sales funnel, even if they just inside AI. They've got, so
there's one in there. Yeah.
There's plenty in there. There's, you know, the playbook one, there's Christy's got.
I've only gone through maybe the first like module or the teaching and stuff, and then I stopped and came to you. So, because like Wanda just said, yes, my poor lady lost me at the product specialist call. I flattened her. The poor lady had no hope with me because I just thought, ridiculous. She's not good. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And yeah, she was trying to sell me like another university degree.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Like, so yes, she lost me. She lost me for 6 months because of that lady.
Interesting.
So I would have started 6 months ago. So, and I didn't because of it, but you know, it was nagging at me because I liked I did some research into Enagic.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're into health.
So,
obviously scientists.
Yeah. So I would definitely do it the way you do it and talk because, I mean, she lost me so well.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened to my leads.
Most of the leaders that I know have done their own coaching calls, which was now product specialist call. Most of us. There's a few that just let the whole thing do the whole thing, but the majority of us got on the phone and did those sales calls. Why? Because it's our relationship. We're the one in that relationship. And here's the thing, and I've said this from the beginning. My focus is to empower you with the most powerful skill set that we could have on the planet today. Average person, you and me, right? Like the most powerful skill set is how do you bring in a lead and how do you make a sale? That's it. If you can do that, if you can get on the phone and then walk them through Enagic after they've been through 3.5 hours of, you know, setting goals and watching the Enagic video, all of that, and then you can get on the phone and sell them. My goal for you is later, you're not necessarily selling that. You're selling a 8-week women's empowerment program online that's 80% profit, and you're on the phone selling it for $3,000 or $5,000 or whatever it is. Same process, same everything. You just change the offer, right? And I'm not taking anything away from Enagic, but the difference between selling 10K at a max you can get is 4, and then if they produce results on the back end, that's awesome. Versus you sold 10K minus the $1,000 to make the sale, and you get to keep 9. It's pretty special. It's pretty special. So that skill set of getting on the phone and making those sales is really, that's where it's at. No matter what happens. If AI disappears tomorrow, which it could happen, I'm not saying it will, shit happens. There were 2 or 3 companies in the States got shut down last year, and that's why they've done a lot of changes as well, because very similar business model. Anything can happen. If you have the ability to take that funnel, change it around, come up with a 6-week coaching program, and then get people through the funnel and get on the phone and close them. It's a $2,000 program. It's a $3,000 program, something easy. It could be a one-on-one coaching program if you needed money right now. You go out and and this is all going to be in the next level. I'll put that in the bonus week, and I'll show you guys how to structure these things. Like my goal is to recession-proof you guys, right? Yeah. Online education is a booming industry, a massively booming industry. And where people are struggling is how do I bring in a lead? How do I make a sale? Right? So that practice of you getting on the phone with people and talking about a 10K, you know, trifecta, and, you know, you can talk about that is an epic skill set to learn. right? And if you can stretch yourself right now, maybe you want to let you've been unsure. I see a few faces like, oh, that's not stuff to do. Just let them do it and then learn as you go, right? Focus on selling the 99, let them do it. You know, if you're getting less than a 30% conversion rate, you might want to start picking up the phone as a pre-connect before they take that. You don't have to do the whole sell on it, but you're like connecting and making sure that they're all good before they go to product specialists. And then you might want to own the whole process yourself. It's a ladder, right? But just realize it's a really great ladder to be climbing. It's a fucking great ladder to be climbing. If you needed to learn a skill to survive right now and you have that, that's the skill, right? That is the skill, and that's why we're here. So, yeah. Anyway, grow your comfort zone. That's what it's all about.
Really good.
Yeah, cool. Sorry about the rant there, guys, but I'm really passionate about that. I think you can figure that out yet. Like, this is your family that we're talking about. Right? All of us here, we got families, we have or have not kids, but we have lives, and we don't know what happens in the future, but we know we can't keep doing what we were doing, or maybe currently doing, right? And there's a bright future there on the internet serving people in a big way. You just got to learn the skill. You just got to learn the skill. It's just a skill. Think of this as an apprenticeship. That's how I always think of it. You guys are like my apprentices, and I can't wait for you to be tradespeople. I can't wait for you to be out there, you know, inspiring and connecting and helping people in a massive way, because that's how the world becomes a better place. And your world becomes a really fucking awesome place too. And that's really the focus. So, yeah, anyway. Does that answer questions, Wanda?
Yes.
Good?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just try it. Okay. What's next? How can I serve you guys? God, that's a beautiful photo.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I'm also in getting the webinar written and recorded.
Okay.
And I noticed that there is no mention of, you know, I'm an AI and an Enagic as well. So there's no mention of AI or Enagic. I know that you said that if you say the company names, they go and look it up, they Google it, and most likely they won't come on the call. But also there's no mention of, like, once we have this free call, there's going to be an investment. Like, have you tested to see, like, playing with that, like just giving them the heads up that, hey, you know, you're coming on a call, but if you're going to start a business, you're going to have to invest in your business, you know, because I get so many people who are like, yeah, I want, you know, this freedom lifestyle and I'm on welfare. I have $37 for this week and I just bought spaghetti, you know, like those type of people. And so I know that I also have to like reword my ads to sort of, you know, drop a hint in their minds that, hey, this isn't just a free vehicle that you're going to make, you know, print money from.
Yeah.
Like, you do want to invest in something.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
have you tested
so
mentioning it and not mentioning it?
Yeah, so one, I haven't split tested. I've got it designed in the way it is, and I'll explain why. But one thing is, with a business opportunity, you're always going to get some people that have $37 in their bank account and they're on welfare. It's just the way that it is. The more that you present, or that we as the authority present ourselves as, you know, we're not mucking around here, like this is for real, you need to be, and I go through it actually and talk about it, you know, who you need to be. So I'm going to share my screen, guys, just because I've got it here. I just pulled it up. So the first thing is, you know, number 5, invest in mentoring. Right? So that's seeding already that, you know, invest in mentoring, right? Athletes will find the best mentor out there and work with them, right? And here in previous ones, I've even gone into, and I took it out of the deck for you guys, but you will see it in the demo ones, is I talk about, you know, how much I've invested in mentoring over the years, and now that investment pays for itself every couple of months. Right, so I actually talk about money that I've invested in mentoring. I took it out because everyone's going to be different. Some people are just new, blah, blah, blah. But you could, if you want, Mika, talk more about like the actual dollar amounts that you've invested and, you know, the life that it's given you here. But that's seeding it. And then, so you're on the call, how we can help, cost absolutely free, but there is a catch. You know, this is who you're for, highly coachable. You must put 10 hours to build your business. And why we're doing this is you might want our help to speed up your success. If so, we can discuss and see if it's a good fit for both of us. That I've found is enough. And I mean, with this exact slide deck, I was getting 50% conversion rate from cold traffic to AI. there was definitely, the majority of the 50% who said no didn't have the money. They just didn't physically have $99 in their bank account, right? Which is a shame, but that's part of the BizOp world. You're going to have people that come because they're flat broke and they need an answer. So you can't ever escape it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't use the mentoring slide in my webinar because I felt like, well, I'm not, so the investing part, and I've listened to a couple of your sales calls where you said you take part of the commissions, and I'm assuming you mean the, the pie of the 8 pieces.
That's
and,
right. Yeah.
and yeah. So I was listening to that and it wasn't quite connecting. You said something about after the 43rd sale or 34th sale, then I stopped taking, which was super confusing to me. I guess I need to know the compensation plan a little more or something.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just knowing the comp plan. So at 4 points, and this may change. I just got a message a week ago from David Neuenhoven, and NADGIC is saying, in NADGIC Australia, you can't have more than one UConn active right now. It's like, well,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I have 5. 5 active UConns. That's a lot of renewals. But it's a lot of fucking UConn too. But yeah, so the original strategy, and this may change based on this new information from a NADGIC, was when you got to 4 points, you would open an UConn in your 4A lane, and then you'd build under the UConn. So you'd get the UConn commission and the 4 points because the UConn's in the 4A lane. So when you get to 4 points on that UConn, you get 4 points for UConn plus 4 points for the UConn being in your 4 point lane. So you get all 8 points for UConn. And that takes 43 sales. And then you get all 8 points, in which case I don't get any more of the 8 points. So that's what I meant by that.
Okay.
I'll take a cut of the commission to help you and support you, but after a while, you get all of them because they're not missing out on the 8 points. I'll get education bonus and day 2 bonus. And other stuff. Sorry, Cal, you've got to mute, darling. It's just super noisy. You're in the wind. It's all good. And yeah, but the 8 points expires at 43 sales.
I see.
Yeah. So you could put the invest in mentoring thing there if you wanted to try it. If you were worried that people are thinking that it's all free. In my world, I've never had anyone. Hello, Kitty. I've never had anyone say, "Oh, little kids every day," all today. I've never had anyone go, "Oh my God, there's money involved." Like, it just doesn't happen. And if they do, they're not someone I want to work with.
Can I just say something, Scotty?
Yeah.
Well, Mika, there's one of the recordings, I think it's Joan or Judy, Scotty actually does say to her that, it's $99 AI platform, but, to be transparency, you will be putting out a bit of money when you look into the offer section. So listen to hers because he does say it. He warns her there's an investment and it's a bit.
I'll just unmute you, Mika. But yeah, there is some people... I think it's happening unmuted at the same time. I'll let you unmute it if you need to. But some people I'll gauge that, okay, these have a poverty mindset. You know what I mean, guys? Some people have poverty mindsets. And I try and handle that objection early. Because if they're going to waste my time because they can't change this thing, then there's no point in me jumping on another call. There's no point in me putting them through the system. The only thing that might happen is they don't refund within 14 days because they take a while to get through the training. They like the training, but then I get like $30 US, it's like 50 Aussie, which paid for at least half of the cost to get them on the phone, which is cool, but if they're real poverty mindset, I try and handle those objections early, but that just comes with practice, guys. You maybe have a listen to that call and see if it helps. And again, same as what we talked about before with Wanda, Mika, you just got to test it. You just got to test it. And by all means, you can split test presentations, right? And see how it goes. But I found in my experience with those 2 points, it sets it up nicely. Invest in mentoring. They're like, okay, cool. Yeah, he or she, is someone that I really like, and I'll book that call. And then it's on that call, we'll have a conversation and see, if you want our help. And people, anyone that's got their head switched on realizes, you got to spend some money. Right, if you want to eat at the takeaway, you got to pay the money. It's just that's how it works. So, but test it. It's all a testing game. Yeah, so there you go. Sweet.
Sorry, Scotty. One more thing.
Yeah.
Would you wait? Like, can I weed those people out earlier than the call? Like, would you not maybe do that in the webinar or something?
Well, that's what Mika's saying is, do I say something in the webinar to say, hey, look, it's going to potentially cost you money when we get on the phone? I wouldn't say that because I think you'll scare away some good people as well. You're welcome to test it. And again, you've got the survey, which asks clearly, the questions in the survey are there for a reason, right? Like, are you, I think, I have to pull up the survey. My brain is really not working perfectly now. I've usually got a good recall, but there's questions there about, how committed are you? Is there one about investing? I don't know if there is. I can't remember. Oh, that's a big face. But the survey is definitely there to weed out some time wasters too. The 0%, 50%, 100%. So, but you're always going to get some time wasters. It's just, that's the opportunity that you're in. And that's life. There's a lot of tire kickers out there, but it's a numbers game. You work through the tire kickers, and as long as you make money on the back end, then you just have to deal with some tire kickers. And again, especially BizOp, you're going to get the broken people, right? The brokens. It's just part of the deal. You can't escape it. And it's, if you run a used car yard, imagine those poor buggers.
Yeah.
They got to talk to them face to face.
Yeah, you could definitely add that question in the survey, I reckon. Like,
you could.
Are you willing to invest into your, into this?
Totally good. And then you want to see, does your show up or no-show rate increase? It's all a testing game, guys. You can try lots of different things in this. What I've given you is what I tested and worked for me. And that's why you've got it, including dodgy emails. Sorry, Kel. We'll sort them out. But that's what worked for me perfectly. So that's why I've given it to you guys. Pretty much literally word for word, other than me removing a couple of things that may have not suited you. Obviously, I've had quite a bit of success in this industry, and so I can speak to that success. But a lot of you guys are sort of new and you can't leverage that. So I've tried to word it in a way that's still making you the authority, but you can't tell a fib, right? You can't go and tell someone you made all this money and now you're a fucking guru.
No, that's right. Yeah.
You've got to say it's true. So I've given you everything that works minus the things that wouldn't work. And then now you've got a framework. I would say just use it as it is for now and then get it running. And if you find you have a lot of people are saying the same objection, $37 in the bank account, biggest case, right? Then you want to be going, okay, I need to test this. Is it in the survey? Is it in the webinar? Is it in the ad? These are all just cogs in the machine that I can now tweak and mess with to make the outcome the best way possible. But right now, don't overthink it. You'll spend the next week procrastinating about what to say in your webinar, where you could have that thing filmed, making sales, right? That's really the focus here.
Yeah. I have to agree with you, Scotty. And for Kelly, you're working with people who are coming in with a mindset that's been a pattern for a long time. And when you're trying to help people create a shift and you're saying, oh, you got to do this, this, and this, it's already way too much, and they back off. Whereas if you ease them into it, they're more open to making a decision. Well, can I use this platform to grow my business? And then be more open to it, to the possibility of maybe even thinking about, well, I really want a water machine. Yes, I do have all these health issues. I love all of that. Maybe I can go on a plan where I can pay it off. So I think you've got to be able to get them into a mindset where they're open to looking at the possibility for them. Because I've lost clients by being too upfront with them, thinking, oh, well, I want to be all upfront. But I've lost people doing that process myself.
Yeah, totally.
Because they're coming in with a mindset, oh, well, I'm going to have a look at this. Oh, shit, I've got to pay this much. Nah, no way. But they've missed an opportunity. Yeah. So, and in that discovery process, they learn a little bit more about what's possible for them. And then they make that shift. Well, if I can save this much, I can have that machine. So, you're cutting it off at the neck before you even get started. That's my personal opinion, though.
Which is a good service for them as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a process to everything. You got to walk them through. And it also, and here's another bit for you, Mika, is in your targeting, your marketing message all the way from your ad, I would target people who have an entrepreneur mindset. Why? Because they're the ones that get the most success. And in my mind, they're the ones that the most fun to work with. It's trying to convert someone from a 9-to-5 scared to
mentality
into that entrepreneur. And I'm looking for people who have, you know, taken a stab at MLM. Maybe they had a little like brick and mortar shop, or, you know, they were an independent contractor.
Yes.
They went out on their own. I'm like that, or salespeople. I love working with salespeople. Birds of a feather. But I love people that have already opened their mind enough that I'm not in the game of convincing anybody that they've got to do that, right? They're already, look at everyone here. Have a look at everyone here. You guys have read the books. You've had a crack. You've been around the ropes a bit. You know what this is all about. I'm not here having to convince anybody to open your mind and grow as a human being. That's people I want to be hanging out with every day. So in your marketing message, speak to that. Be like, so you've tried. You had a go. It didn't work. Whether it was, you know, you're selling the pills and potions that your friend recommended and you thought it was a good idea, or you had your brick and mortar shop, you are at your heart a go-getter. You're an entrepreneur. You want more. I feel you. I was there for years myself until I discovered affiliate marketing. And now I get to use the internet to build my business, a business that is the future of my family. And I'm
exactly
the same, right? Boom, you've hit them, their emotions. I did try that, didn't work, right? Speak to it. If you want to go after network marketers, say, I know what it's like to hit up your friends and family and sell them the pills and potions. I've been there, didn't work for me either. What if I could show you a better way, right? Boom, I touch the pain points, you know, and then build on it from there. So the people, again, you're still going to have some time wasters, but the people are going to be more likely to get on the phone qualified because initially from the marketing message, you've been speaking to that person that you want to have in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, test it. It's all about testing, especially when you get to the ads, guys. You will say the weirdest shit in a video and it will blow up the internet for you. And you'll be like, how the fuck did that one work? I don't know. It just works. Go with it. Right? Just go with it. You can't know. The market is always right.
Yeah.
Print that in your mind. The market is always right. If you've got this grand idea and you've put all your eggs in that basket and you take it to the market and the market says no, the market is always right. If they give you feedback that it's a big nah, we don't really want it, you can either be righteous and say, no, it's going to work, or you can listen to what they're saying and step in the right direction. Okay, that didn't work, pivot. That's all business is. It's pivot.
Yeah.
Constantly be willing to get feedback from the market and then pivot. Okay, cool, gotta go this way. Boom, okay, gotta go this way. Right? And then you put your marketing message out there and test it and then pivot. That's all this whole game is. It's in anything. It's life, right? You try one way, didn't work. All right, the block doesn't fit this way. What if I try the block that way, right? Kids do it. Shit, the square doesn't fit in the triangle. Square doesn't fit in the triangle, right? All right, one day they'll figure out the square goes in the square. Done. That's business. That's life. That's all we're doing here. You'll nail it. You just have to keep showing up and putting your message out there. And the machine, this mentor on the weekend when I did that 4 days, I told you about this, 250 million a year in a stationary business, built it from scratch, 250 million a year. He's second biggest in Australia now. And he said, we were having like a small group chat. And he said, I've always looked at business like a printing press. He's in stationery, right? He said, I put paper in one end and cash comes out the other end. And all I'm doing in business is I'm just tweaking all the little moving parts along the printing press to make it become the most efficient to print money. I was like, that's fucking genius. That's a great idea. Like, I've never framed it that way, but it's perfect because you're literally just tweaking the little pieces. Is it the ad? Is it the opt-in page? Is it the webinar? Is it what I say on the phone? How I handle an objection? How I follow up? How I support them to get started? These are just little tweaks that you make until it's working. Until it's printing money. The less emotional, ladies, you're talking to a Piscean here who's extremely emotional as well. So, I feel you, but we're all in this together. But the less emotional that we can be about the feedback from the market, the better. It's a numbers game, literally, not meaning how many numbers can you get, but the numbers have to make sense. and take out the emotion and the attachment to anything and just say,
Yeah.
okay, I've tried this. That's what came back. Well, let me try this. Oh, that came back a little better. Sorry, you're gone. This one worked better. Oh, well, let's try another thing. Oh, that one worked better. You know, it's just a numbers game. Lose the emotion and stick with the numbers, the logic, and you can just stack, right? And obviously you're using emotion to sell, but the feedback, the data is just data. It's just numbers, and you got to say the numbers don't lie. The marketplace is always right, and just keep moving forward and making those tweaks. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to do that. I'll tell you right now. It's taken me a long time to do that. Always so attached to things. No, it has to work. No, it doesn't have to work. The market's right, and I will find a way. I'll just keep pivoting until I
Yeah.
and goes.
Yeah, until you get it aligned.
And they will tell me. The marketplace will tell me.
Mm-hmm.
David, how you going, mate?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm going to lose everyone here because I'm going to talk about something different with Scotty. Scotty, when we first started and we set all ours up, is because, as you know, I've had some dramas and I've been off the loop for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm back on track again. I've just finished week 1.
Awesome.
Is what we're doing now a lot different to what we've done, or do I just concentrate on what I've already got set up?
Yeah, cool. So David was one of my beta testers, guys. So he started with me before I even had designed and tested what you guys have got now. David's been in from there, supporting me along the journey, which is great. So, mate, the funnel that you've got is the same funnel. I mean, all of the steps that I gave you is the same funnel itself. But so I'd say just use that because you've already got set up. But the week 1, obviously you didn't get anything like that, right? The week 2 social media training, you've never seen anything like that. You may want to, at this stage, go through and set it all up, the new funnel, and set up a webinar. But I wouldn't focus on that right now because you've set yours up fully, right? You've already had leads through it. You've made sales.
Yeah. I'm going to do the training and learn the Facebook ad side of it and all of that side of it.
Yeah.
I just want to know whether my funnel is
spot on.
That I've set up. You keep going with that.
Yeah, totally. So I'd do week 1, week 2, skip week 3 and 4, which is funnel and webinar, and then go straight to week 5, sharpen your sales skills, which you've been doing really well on the phone, which is great.
Yep.
But you've already listened to the recordings from way back, but maybe have a quick go through that, mate. And or if you just want to hit the ground running, mate, week 2 is great, but it isn't as important as week 6 for you. Week 6 is Facebook ads. That's really, you didn't get any Facebook ads training.
No. Yeah.
Right. So I would say now, if you've done week 1 and you're happy with the marketing message that is contained within your current webinar and funnel, which is should be fine.
Yep.
So you are. So I'd say go straight to week 6 now, mate.
Okay. Yep. That's right. Yeah.
You can get on the phone, no problems. You can get your ads running, then go back in your spare time and watch week 5 around the sales training again. You know, well, you didn't have any of that. You had a little bit, but yeah. So go straight to week 6.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to find out, whether doing that stuff would confuse me, like to skip that.
It won't confuse
what I've already set up
right now. Yeah. Go with what you got. It's working, obviously.
Yep.
You've just been off the wagon. Now you're back on, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Life as such. But yeah, go straight to week 6, mate. Start running ads.
Awesome.
Flat out. Which you have been. I mean, you're making sales from cold traffic already, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, just dial in. Jason's training is really good.
Yeah, I've got to get back onto that too.
Yeah. Well, that's week 6. Just go straight to week 6.
Yep.
And then as much as you can, like you did get on Tuesday calls with Jason.
Yep.
And guys, this is the beauty of having Jason there. This guy looks at, I don't know how many clients he's got. It's 20-something clients that he's working with every day. You know, like him and his brother, they got a team and they're looking at data. They're looking at ads. They're testing audience. They've got their own Facebook rep. Like this is the guy you want to be asking Facebook questions to. And he's intuitive with it, but he's very logical as well. Love this guy.
And he runs all your ads?
He does. Yeah, absolutely. So
can I ask what he charges to do that, or?
Yeah, so I pay him $2,000 a month just for the service and then ad spend on top.
On top.
Yeah. But what he's getting in terms of lead cost and lead quality, I make that $2,000 back with, a sale.
Yep.
Right. So I just factor that $2,000 in to, my marketing budget. That's part of my marketing budget. and that's business, right? Like that's business. You're going to have overheads and expenses. That to me is one of the most important overheads that I have in my business.
That's what I was thinking too, because that is the key of what we do.
The key. It is the make or break point, mate. It's the
if he knows what he's doing, you would invest that money. Like you said, you just pay $2,000, you make it back with one sale. The rest is on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that
awesome.
Yeah, if you can do it. I'll look at it this way. Miko, you guys all seen Miko's on top of the rookie leaderboard. He's number 7 on the community, all right? I just found that. Christian's now on the leaderboard. See, Christian, I think he's number 14. So he's in as well. Miko's in as well. And these guys have just been started before you. Miko floundered. He made a couple of sales, but he really couldn't dial in the leads. They were all unqualified. He also had a big fucking beard and dreadlock. So I told him to clean himself up. But as soon as he went to Jason, within weeks, the guy's on the leaderboard. He's crushing sales. Like, he was sort of dog paddling, and then Jason took it off him, and now he's cranking it. But at the same time, Christian, right? Christian is not using Jason. Christian's running all his own ads. And so Christian, he floundered a bit, and then we had a couple of conversations, a lot of messages back and forth and whatever. And he came to me, and then he started making sales. He's like, dude, I just made 5 sales this week. Fucking awesome. I've got another 3 coming through by the weekend. And I was like, dude, what happened? What did you change? And he didn't have the money to pay for Jason. He just didn't have $2,000, right? And he's like, my mindset. He said, something that you said, it triggered something happened. I don't know what happened, but my mindset changed. And all of a sudden, all these leads started coming in. And I'm getting on the phone just making sale after sale after sale. And said it was my mindset. That's it. So, awesome. Miko's got Jason, probably got a great mindset already, but he didn't necessarily have the epic skill set. He was floundering. That took him off. Christian didn't need Jason. Probably could do even better with Jason. Maybe he will in the future. He says he wants to, but who knows? Maybe he's doing fine. But his mindset changed, and all of a sudden he started making sales. We are a reflection of our environment. You think of it this way. Your whole reality is lived within your mind.
Yes.
I can hear a sound outside, not outside, but I hear it in my mind. You get that, right? That sound vibration is being, turned into a perception inside my own mind. It's not out there anymore. It's come into here, in this case, sound. My brain electrically is processing it, and then my mind is experiencing it. You know what I'm talking about, right? So if you change this thing, the whole fucking reality changes, because your reality is your mind. That's the trip. It's awesome because we get to play with the mind every day. It's our mind, right? And I get to change my reality. So yeah, it's a powerful thing. But yeah, Dave, if you can, mate, if you've got the bank, then go to Jason, because he will fucking skyrocket you faster than anything else. Otherwise, get in there and keep doing what you're doing, but just get your ads running. Champion. I'm really happy to see you back too, mate. Really happy to see you back. I hope all is well.
Thank you. It just, all's going good, to be honest.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. Big love.
Thank you.
Yeah. David's one of my favorites. Oh, you heard that. I thought you were walking away. He's a beautiful guy. And been working with David since March. He was in the brand new Accelerator and the Inner Circle. So he's been working with me closely since, start of March or something like that. And seeing this man grow, right? It's just fucking awesome. And it's all women. It's like me, Dave, and I think John, that was it. And it was like all the ladies, and David just expanding and fucking crushing it from mindset perspective, but lifestyle perspective, and massive changes you've been going through, man. I've said it a million times. It's not the first time he's heard it, but we all sort of give a lot of love to David. He's always in the messenger chats, helping everybody. Before it was the big group, it was, just a few of us in messenger. He's always there helping everybody. And we all just love on David. So yeah, you guys can love on David too if you want. Yeah, bro. Love you heaps. Cool. So questions, guys, how can I serve you? Otherwise I'm going to go and lay on the couch again. Pretty much where I'm at. Everyone's good?
Yeah.
Everyone good? Cool.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. And let me leave you with this then. Everything is focus. Everything is focus. whatever you focus on will expand. We've all heard that from reading enough books and watching The Secret and blah, 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 but it's real. You focus on one thing with positive intentions, like, I'm going to figure this out. This block is going to go in the right hole if it takes me the rest of the day to get the fucking block in the right hole. That sort of focus and commitment will bring you results. It has to. That's the law of the universe. Whatever you focus on will grow. So, guys, I know that things get tough sometimes. We all know that. That's fucking life. Hello. Your relationship's tough sometimes. Your health is tough sometimes, right? But if you focus on it and go deep into it, you will figure it out, no matter what comes up. If it's in here, great. At least you can do something about it. If it's here and you're trying to figure something out, great. At least you can do something about it. There's nothing that can stop you other than your own lack of belief and you just sitting on the couch and saying, it's too fucking hard, I give up. It's the only thing that will stop you. The system works not just for me, but for other people like David, like Christian, like Miko, like Kim, like Renee and Holly. You know, these guys are out there making sales right now with exactly half of the system. David didn't have any of this shit. He just got a fucking funnel and me cheering him on, right? Like, it works, guys. This is your battleground right here. And I'm saying this to, you know, to a few guys that are maybe like, fuck, right? It's okay. It's part of the deal. Win the game.
I can vouch for that, Scotty.
I know you can, Janelle. You're right in the center of my screen.
I'm going great guns. Go great guns.
You are? You're figuring it out?
Yeah. It's just like the pennies dropped, so to speak.
Yes. That was all.
I'm stoked. Thank you so much.
Wait. Oh, I can relax about Janelle now. Oh, man, I'm thinking about you guys.
I'm not the troubled child, Scotty.
Never trouble, but it's like, you know, if you had a flock and one is at the back of the flock.
Exactly.
You're always thinking, as the leader, we're all leaders in this, but, you know, you guys are here with me. I'm always thinking about that one at the back. And
exactly.
By a wolf? Are they just going to fucking disappear one day and I don't even realize it?
Oh, no. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in for the long haul, but I am really proud of myself how far I've come. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Can I give you a high five?
Yeah, high five.
Yeah.
I'm up to my survey page. I managed all that with no drama at all. Look out.
Done. This is a woman who deleted the opt-in page, deleted the whole fucking funnel, started again, couldn't add a domain, couldn't connect, activate, nothing. Janelle was struggling.
Couldn't do shit. Couldn't even copy and paste.
You're doing it. That's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you so much. That means a lot. I have to do my best to make sure that everyone wins who chooses to win. I always said, and I said it since the start, I'll step up, you meet me there, like a magic can happen. If I step up and you don't, I can't make you. Right? But if you're meeting me, let's game on. Let's do this thing.
Thank you so much. I've got to go, so have a lovely day, everybody.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Crush it. Get it done.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.